How's it going, everybody? This is Merch by Amazon, April 17th sales update. I'll just talk about the weekend sales and then I'll show you guys the overall sales for the month. These are my weekend sales, so this would be Saturday and Sunday. Total 18 sales. You can see most of them came from the US. I guess not most of them, but at least about a third. And that's pretty much been the case since the beginning of April. I've been averaging about 10 sales a day overall, with my U.S. market, going up and down pretty significantly without any consistency. So overall, there's really no change. I was looking at my monthly numbers and kind of just thinking about where I'm going to end up. And even though it might seem like the sales are, my US sales are dropping, which they are, but overall sales are actually slowly increasing, which is it's nice to see. And it's increasing during the worst months of the year. And I took some time to just to kind of look at the products that are selling in some of these markets that are selling. Like I want to be careful with my words, but I want to say significantly more than, let's say, even like 3 4 months ago, because my international sales are taking off, and it's due to my new products that I've been putting out, and that on its own is actually what makes me feel really good. I still am thinking about the U.S. sales. There's not been a lot of time that I've taken where I would actually just concentrate on the U.S. market, because I've actually seen the benefit overall, and right now I'm kind of where I want to be over the at least looking at the last couple of months. When I'm looking at the previous month, so right now this is the 18th, and we're looking at we're halfway through the month, and I'm sitting at 156. If I was to look at the total previous month, I'm about, let's say, halfway there when it comes to the number of sales. If we look at the same time frame for 17 days, this month is about 25 behind, which is completely fine, because I was actually looking at some of the other months, including February, which actually ended up closing really strong for me. But at this time, I was actually lower than where I am right now. So the numbers, until I actually start looking at them closely, might seem weak, but overall they are actually improving, and that's really good. That's kind of what I want to see. I see a lot of kind of, I don't know what the word would be. I don't want to say negativity, but people get pretty discouraged fairly quickly when they see something like their U.S. sales, for example, go from let me just see if this is going to load quickly, but you can see it here actually kind of transparent. When they go from something like 530 to 200, right? It's so important for us to talk about slower months. It's so important for us to talk about, your account just not performing as well as it did, let's say, 6 months ago, because that's the time for opportunity. If we shy away from those kinds of conversations and don't look at the data that we have in front of us, then we're not going to get any improvements, right? Some people are saying it. Sometimes it might be as simple as running ads or promoting certain products, on social media. Doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? What's important in my mind is actually to take time and consider those things. So right now, like I'm sitting at what could be, like, it seems like a very weak month, but this could be one of the stronger months this year, or in the last 1 to 6 months, right? So it's actually very important to kind of step back from time to time and look at the hard data and look at where the improvements are, for example, where they've happened over the last couple of months, and then what's kind of falling and what's not performing uh, as well as it did before. But to kind of dismiss the topic or to shy away from these kinds of conversations, I think it's a really big mistake. And maybe I'll do a video with comparisons of this year to the same time last year, the number of products and all that kind of stuff to see uh, when it's acceptable, for example, to say yes, these are the bad months. And I don't think that a bad month in a business should discourage you from your goal. And I see that through some of the comments, and I see that through some of the other channels where the disappointment really takes over the greater goal here, and what you're trying to achieve over the long term. So I think I'm gonna keep reminding everybody that what, you just have to stay positive. There are going to be bad months, but that shouldn't be bad. And even just mentioning, for example, saying bad month or bad performance shouldn't be taken as a negative. It's just simple numbers. It's simple statistics that we're looking at, and you definitely want that growth, but growth might come in different forms. For example, you might not get the growth in the US market, but you might get it somewhere else, like for example the UK, Germany, Japan, and so on. So anyway, I just want to remind people from time to time that even if your numbers are dropping, and people are slightly getting negative from time to time, don't buy into that. Don't think that you should just give up, or that you're doing something wrong. Stick to what you're doing, test certain things out, and just keep working, because that's what you need to do. So anyways, I know that's my big long rant, but so far I'm sitting at 156 this month. It's actually looking like it's going to be a pretty good month, and we'll see where it ends. US sales still suck, but I think slowly they're going to be improving, and right now it's kind of on track to be um, hopefully as good or better than the last 6 months. So anyways, that's where I am. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.